Hi Vijay, welcome to our conversations. Vijayalakshmi actually. So maybe a quick introduction about you. After that, maybe I'll give the context in which what we are trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So IIMBx offers open programs which are customized for a certain audience. I lead that open programs initiative here at IIMBx.
Great. So I think to frame the objective of the conversation, we are looking at going through the journey of all the programs. We have a lot of courses and programs.
Yes.
We kind of want to understand what is the difference between a program and what are all the things that goes into designing a program. Okay, and that's a new phenomena for us, right?
Correct.
We have been doing courses for a long time, and now we are getting into programs.
That's right.
So maybe start with saying that what is a program in IIMBx?
Okay, before we go on to what is a program, maybe we should go to what is a course, because that's like a one step before what is a program.
Perfect.
So course is something very specific about a certain topic. Let's say if it's a management course, like for example, we have two flagship programs of ours, which is one is the hospital management program and one is the AI for managers program. Each of these is made up of multiple courses. So a course will have something very specific to a particular aspect of management, whereas all these aspects and all these courses together make a whole program.
Okay. So we offer individual courses outside as IIMBx as of now, or is it's only stitched together as a program?
So you will find courses offered by IIMBx. You will find them on the edX platform. You will find them on Swayam to be taken as individual courses, which will be short duration courses, anywhere between 4 to 8 weeks or so. On the IIMBx platform, we are very focused on offering long-term programs now.
Okay. So what does a program consist of? Maybe we can go into, take an example of hospital management as a program.
Right.
What would a program consist in from an overall point of view? Maybe let's start with saying that you want to start a program.
Yeah.
What are all the things that goes into designing a program?
So we could take the hospital management program itself as an example. Any program, for example, starts with the needs analysis. Why do we need a program like that? What is it that the audience, the end audience, is going to look out for from any of our programs? What is it that they want to learn over and above what they already know? Or if they are learning from the scratch, what are the fundamentals that they need to know before they can build upon that and add their experience into it and make it a complete learning experience for themselves. So that is how any program is envisaged. Then there is a bit of market analysis which is done to also see who are the others offering, what is the kind of content that they might have, how are we going to make our programs a value addition over and above those things. What is it that is good in this? What is it that is missing in those? How are we going to bridge that gap? What is so there is always theory and then there is practical experience of working in that field, right? So how are we going to bridge these two?
Okay.
So
maybe if you can, let's go maybe a bit further, saying that when you are starting a program, what would be the first step? So you would sit with faculty, or how does this process work?
So it's a little bit of both. It's not like a step 1, step 2, it's like multiple steps going parallelly, I would say.
Okay.
We do a market needs analysis based on...
So can you maybe a bit deep down on what is a needs analysis?
So
is it like a template? Is it a document? Or how does that work?
So needs analysis essentially we do when we go and meet the stakeholders in person. For example, when we came up with the hospital management program, we actually because that was the brainchild of Dr. Devi Shetty, who is also the chair on the IIMB board. So the whole thought came up during COVID, where we said we should be offering the doctors something as a value add for all the services that they have provided to us during COVID, you know, they went out of their way to do. So we thought we should, because in the hospital industry also, like in many others, you see that practicing doctors get elevated to managerial positions and things like that, where they might be a fantastic doctor or a surgeon or an anesthetologist, but when it comes to principles of management, they need something more to help them understand those nuances and aspects of it. So we actually went to Narayana Health, met those different department heads, met the doctors there, met the people in person, tried to understand. For example, for the operations management course, we actually wanted to understand what is it that they are looking at. So if they are looking at reducing patient waiting times, what is it that they've already tried? What more could be done? So the what more could be done came from the faculty. Okay. What is already being done came from the stakeholder themselves. So that is how these things are put together and a course for a program is developed.
So if I may conclude, so a program is not like somebody who proposes and directly gets into a program itself. There will be multiple stages involved in it.
Yes.
Starting from understanding the need, which you will definitely go. So for example, for hospital management, you went to an hospital. For an AI for managers, you would have potentially went to a company and asked the stakeholders what are all the things that goes into it.
Correct.
And then based on that, you come up with a proposal or a document which will explain what is the need of the program. Right? That's the first step, if I may put it. Like maybe in ADI model, it's analysis stage that we are trying to do. And what would be the second stage? I mean, usually it's design, right? Maybe how are you as a program, how are you putting those pieces together after doing the need analysis?
Yeah, once we know the needs, then we try to understand how we can compartmentalize them into courses that can be offered. And then for each course, we go down to the nitty-gritties of it, saying, okay, what are all the subtopics that can be done? How can they be broken down into further modules? Which of them can be given as asynchronous content? Which of them can be discussed during a live session? How do we, what kind of hands-on activities can be given for this? So the whole thing is then planned on paper.
Are you putting, like, you decided that you have to do an hospital management course. So within the need analysis only, will you already have an idea about what are all the courses that you want to offer, or is it built on the way?
Once we do the needs analysis, then we sit across with the faculty and the program directors, who also then guide us.
So who is this program director? So is that the person who will decide how it is structured, or
yeah, that is the person who helps us bring all of this together. Because let us say we have one faculty who is guiding us on, let's say, the legal and regulatory aspects of it. There might be another faculty who helps us understand what goes into a strategy course. But there has to be somebody who helps us put all these things together and give it a total shape, right? And then help us also understand how we can go ahead and what are the nuances that come into each course. What is the audience that we decide for the program? How do we reach out to the industry? A lot of it is done by the program director.
Okay, so I mean, I see a critical role here, right? So initially you do a need analysis where all the stakeholders and the program directors and the faculties are involved. And the second stage is actually sitting with program director and other faculty members to kind of jot down what are all the courses that goes into it. Great.